Good evening, Grow family. This is Draco here. And tonight, yes, it is night for once, we're going to talk a little bit about druidism. What druidism is to you, what it means to you, and we are going to get into detail about druidism. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back with that. Okay, so what is druidism? Many people look at druidism and they think druids, weren't they the cannibals? Druids, they sacrificed people. Druids, they were barbarians of the countries of old. I beg to differ. There's actually not a lot that we know about the ancient Druids, or what the ancient Druids did. But according to Wikipedia, Druidry, or Neo-Druidy, is a form of modern spirituality or religion that generally promotes harmony and worship of nature. It also has respect for all beings, including the environment. Many forms of Druidy are neo-pagan religions, whereas some instead see it as a philosophy. They are not necessarily religions in nature, they agree with. It originated in Britain in the 18th century. Druidry was originally a cultural movement, only gaining righteous or spiritual connections in the 19th century. The core principle of Druidry is to respect nature, and as such, it also and often involves participation within the environmental movements. For instance, the Druids that are in England right now actually are fighting fracking. They are going to these fracking sections and they are actually sitting there and doing ceremonies at the gates of frackers, blessing the frackers. They've realized you can't stop something like that. It's going to happen, it's going to happen. But they can bless them and give thanks for everything that the world is bringing out. Um, the early Druids aimed to imitate the Iron Age priests, who were also known as Druids of the times. Little accurate information is known about the ancient priests. The modern Druidic movement has no direct connection between the old, despite contrary claims made by some modern Druids. We are not ancient Druids. We are not nothing near ancient Druids. We are Neo-Druidism. There is not nothing we know about ancient Druids. Their religion and their life fell off the earth and disappeared. In the first half of the 20th century, modern Druids developed a fraternal organization modeled on Freemasonry that employed the romantic figure of the British Druids and Bards as the symbol. That would be the ancient Reformed Druids of Great Britain. And they pretty much gave the structure to what most Druids practice today, which is the Ovates, Bards, and Druids, and those are tier levels. When actually in ancient Celtic ways, an Ovate or a Bard was something different from a magician or a mage. But an Ovate might have been a storyteller, while a Bard was, a history keeper and stuff like that. The reason why ancient Druidism went off the earth is because back in those days, they didn't write nothing down. It was passed down from generation to generation, lineage to lineage to lineage, and nothing really had their own rights. Others merged with contemporary movements, such as the physical culture and movement of naturism. Since the 1980s, modern Druid groups have adopted similar methodologies of those of Gaelic reconstructional paganism, which is the Celtic Reconstructionists, which believe that they want to bring back the days of old and the Celts and not live in the way the world is today. in an effort to create a more historically accurate practice. However, there is still controversy over how many resemblances are in modern Druidism, which may occur. Neo-Druids believe widely that there is no set dogma or belief system followed to the adherents. There is no set god or goddess. Many Druidic groups that there should be strict dogma sections. There are some that believe that there are. There's no central authority over the entire movement at all. They are nature, resembled spirituality. There's some that are monotheistic, they only practice one. There's some that are polytheistic, they practice multiple. And they practice ceremonies. Druids can become anything. They can become whatever you want them to become. It doesn't control what they are or what they want to be. And they are unique in their own right. Me, myself, I'm a druid. I follow the Celtic god Danu, Diana, goddess Earth, tree of life. I don't worship a god. I believe that you should only worship one, so I worship God one. I'm monotheistic in that aspect. However, I do have a dragon guardian because I practice draconic Wicca on the side. Well, I'm learning it anyway. And I got my dragon guide, Lagawas, that follows me around everywhere, which is second tier down from a god or a goddess. It's a spirit of a dragon. If you believe me, you believe me. If you think I'm crazy, you think I'm crazy. I don't care. I am me, and I do what I do. I got an altar, and I'll show you guys the altar another day. Like the Druids, I practice in something, and I practice in wire working, wire smithing, wire wrapping, and I do a lot of videos and stuff like that. I'm ordained through Universal Life Church, which believes no matter what religion you are, you should respect one another. While they are a Christian-based organization, they do not adhere to Christian faiths, and they actually open themselves open to multiple religions, and you can be ordained in Wiccanism, you can be ordained in Buddhism, you can become a Jedi Knight Order if you want to. There's a bunch of different types of faiths that you can become within Universal Life Church for free. And stuff like that. Now, like I said, I'm ordained. I've done this before. I've been practicing. I've been a practicing Neo Druid for the last 10 years. I'm an Arch Druid for the last 7 years. With my own little group. I practice what I preach, and I preach what I practice. I harm none, and I forgive all. I follow my guidelines to a T, and I don't take shit from nobody when it comes to my faith. While I'm solitary by myself, I light my altar by myself, I do my own ceremonies. I also am very willing to teach other people how to do things. Not meaning that I'm gonna freaking sit there and leave you alone and tell you how to do something. I'm gonna teach you what you want to learn. If you want to learn about Druidism, you can come to me and ask me, and I will teach you Druidism. If you want to learn Draconic Wicca, you can come to me and I will teach you Draconic Wicca, but I will not fail you in that aspect. So until next time, this is Draco, and I'll talk to you guys later. Merry meet, merry part, until we meet again.